Does anyone have a question?
Can you speak about someone caring? I have this energy of needing care or needing someone to care.
Somebody to care for you?
Yeah, it's like I feel this really strongly, like that's what's um uh like someone to just care, which I mean I you can intellectually understand the answer
Well,
to that,
you
but
know,
I just feel it running in me.
it's nothing to do with the intellect. I mean, if somebody's sick, somebody is hurting, somebody is, starving, and they're reaching out for care, then you just open your heart, find a way to give unconditionally, to that person. Uh, if somebody if somebody is using you badly and just wanting to live off your energy like some kind of vampire, then you just say, no, I don't want to live that. It's for you to understand exactly what is going on in the situation. And if it's real need, if it's a relative, somebody in need, there's nothing wrong with opening your heart and doing whatever you can to help them. And again, if it's just somebody that wants to live off you like a vampire, then you have to say no. You have to say no. And really gets back to oneself, your own responsibility in the way you interact with human beings and being conscious enough to know what somebody is bringing you. With children, parents, you have no alternative but to find a way to nurture the situation. And sometimes this is not easy to do. Parents can be very, very difficult. Children can be very, very difficult. But we have to get big enough inside ourselves to truly deal with whatever the drama is in the situation in a nurturing and conscious way. And sometimes that also requires saying, no, no, it's enough, but doing it in a loving way where you really care for the person. And if they stop doing what they're doing and they start internalizing their energy a little bit and making an effort to change inside themselves, and on the other side of all of that insanity, you understand, uh, there's a spiritual life, there's positive energy, there's something that could enable them to get to God if they finally learn how to master themselves. And we have to have patience because, frankly, sometimes it takes quite a few lifetimes until people are just ready to do what I'm talking about. And whatever this lifetime happens to bring to us, we have only one option. How do I make this situation get me closer to my spiritual enlightenment? Not, what means I can find to complain about it and bitch about it and be angry about what can this do to make me more human. And I think just approaching life that way, it really effectually changes us inside. And all of that is based upon building a system inside that is strong enough to do it. How do I take this thing, this horror that's going on in my life, and teach me how to get closer to God? Teach me how to grow and become more human instead of getting me entangled in a war and being angry and pissed off at other human beings and becoming exactly what you see in the mirror. How do I change and deal with this kind of stuff? Now, what I'm talking about is not easy because we're not used to dealing with life that way. We're used to fighting back. And what I'm saying is instead of fighting back, fight inside yourself to build a system that enables you to use whatever happens every day in your life to get closer to your spiritual enlightenment. How to discover whatever happens, it's in a way God teaching us how to grow in our lives. And trust me, I have been through probably most of the spectrum in learning how. And, look, the most wonderful thing happened the other day, just simple. It took a couple of years for it to work out and having patience, but doing exactly what I'm talking about. I get a phone call from my daughter saying, I would want to come and do meditation with you. And today she called me up and thanked me because the class did so much good for her. And I'm saying it just all works out. And we have to say, how is this helping me to grow? What do I have to do to get deep enough and strong enough inside to not be pissed off at somebody else because they don't have any consciousness? This is not hard to find what's negative in life. It's right on the surface. It's everywhere on the surface, doesn't go very deep, and it stinks. And we have to, we often want to just go hide from it, but you can't get away from it. How do I use this to get stronger, to develop myself as a human being? And there's a conscious use of life on every level. And then you can care for people. And also, people won't become like vultures. They're not like vampires, living off your energy, eating you alive because you can let them do it. And just think the kind of inner quality that evolves into. I mean, I know how it's affected my life, and I'm just not the person I was 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 10 years ago, maybe 2 months ago. And what I'm talking about doesn't mean that you're better than everybody else or anybody else. What I'm talking about is that your capacity to allow whatever takes place in your life to be your teacher. How can I use this to grow in myself? Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask?
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome, Heidi. Just keep growing, Heidi. You're doing very well. Amazing how much you have changed since the first day I met you. You're doing really well. Keep growing. Does anyone else have a question? I hope it's clear what I'm talking about. I mean, I think this is one of the most important things I've learned in my life. How to use whatever it is that life is teaching as a way to grow instead of wasting a lot of energy, complaining about it and bitching about fighting with it. I mean, all you're doing is fighting with a mirror image of yourself. What you're complaining about is your own reality. Better to change that reality by changing inside. Does anyone else have a question? It's a shame there are people that miss this, huh? Isn't it? So they don't come to hear this. I'm here to hear this. I'm so grateful I can listen to all of this. I guess people have more important things to do. I don't know. Does anyone else have a question you would like to ask? Okay. God bless you all. Thank you. Thank you for being part of these classes and using them to grow in a deep way in your own life. And I tell you, the more of that inner growth you bring here, the more it makes me go deeper inside. And I mean it. So it's kind of a marriage, this meditation, You got to bring the best of yourself here. And what happens is the energy becomes amazing. God has a place to live here. Okay, there'll be class tomorrow, 1 o'clock, and then there'll be a class on Wednesday, same class at 7:30. God bless you all. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening and looking forward to seeing everybody soon. I wish it was around the corner. We go out and have dinner or something.
That'd be great.
What to do, as they say. Kegane, as they say in Nepal. Thank you. Bless you.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Stuart.
You're welcome.